everybody. Hello everyone that's joining. Hi. Hello and welcome to Baby Massage. I'm just waiting for a few more to join on because I think I came on a couple of minutes early. A bit too keen. Feel free if you're on just to leave a little message. Say hi. We've all had a lush morning and afternoon with all of our different yoga activities. I know we've been doing them in our house. I'm ready now to be a bit more chilled out after all that stretching. Hi Jess. And I already know Olivia's there ready. Well done Olivia. She's all prepped, ready to be massaged. Hey hey. Right, we'll make a little start. Obviously with massage you can join in and do as much or as little as baby will allow you to do. Okay, so if anyone doesn't know me that's watching, I am Rachel and I run the Kalma Baby East Durham and Hartlepool franchise. I absolutely love teaching massage, so I was so excited when I got the chance to do this today. This is Zen. Zen is my little instructor helper today. He's going to be showing you all of the different massage moves and he's going to enjoy them. And he's going to be so peaceful. It's going to be gorgeous. At home, you might find that little one maybe isn't as calm. I'll just switch that off for a second. Isn't as calm as what they would normally be. It could be that you've been doing all that yoga this morning and they're completely wiped out, completely knackered. That's fine. Just join in with what you can, and this video will be uploaded later as well, so you'll be able to catch up. We've got hi. Oh, a bit sleepy. Don't worry. A bit sleepy's fine. In fact, sometimes if they're a little bit sleepy, I always used to do massage with my little girl just before bedtime. So it kind of gets them into that sleepy mood and then hopefully they'll have a good nap afterwards, which is really, really good. Right, this class is aimed for babies 6 weeks to crawling. We generally say 6 weeks, like Emma said this morning, because that's the kind of time that they would be going to get their 6-week check from the GP. So 6 to 8 weeks, just to make sure that there's no leg or hip problems or anything we need to be aware of. So you can kind of decide today whether or not you want to join in with all of these different massages. For today, we're going to be focusing on feet and on the belly. So we shouldn't really have a lot of problems today with that. So again, just join in with what you can. Who else have we got? Hello everybody. Oh, it's nice to see people joining in. Up to the crawling stage, because what we find is once they start crawling and rolling around, it's very hard to catch them and keep them relaxed for a long period of time. When they're rolling around the floor, it's not as easy to grab a hold of their feet and do a nice relaxing massage. So we generally say the 6 weeks to crawling mark for this. If you've got a really chilled out toddler at the minute though, who's just done all of that preschool yoga and they want to be massaged, join in, feel free. Right, for today you don't need anything other than your baby and a comfy place for them to lie. Okay, what we normally suggest in our classes is some grapeseed oil. This is an oil that doesn't have anything added to it. It's really safe for baby's skin, can be absorbed quite easily into the skin. It doesn't leave like a sticky or greasy residue, which some oils can. If you've been to our classes before, you've probably got loads of this stuff as well. Child's Farm Moisturising Cream. We have stacks of this when we give it out in class and it's gorgeous. It's really good for little one's skin too. So if you've got any of that at hand, feel free to use it. If you use any other oils, that's fine as well. I know at the minute trying to get out to the shops and get different things is not the best time, is it really? So just use whatever you've got. If you've got no oil, then that's perfectly fine as well. Everything we do today, you could do as a dry massage as well. So we've got Your 4-year-old still enjoys a massage, that is lush. Isabella quite likes a massage too. Sometimes it's hard keeping her still, we have to do small snippets of it, but she still loves it, so it's really, really good. So today we are going to be doing some foot massage. We're going to do that first. Babies tend to love this one, and it's really, really good at chilling them out. Then we're going to do the belly, because one of the main things that people talk about when they come to our classes is colic and reflux, and doing belly massages can often relieve some of that tension in the bellies, any of that wind, so it's a really, really good one for you to try at home. Okay, so we'll make a little start. It's best to have little ones lying down in front of you and nice and comfy. Now you'll probably find that it's easier to take their clothes off for this one, so I'm going to take off Zen's little suit just now. If not, and you can just get to their feet, then that is perfectly fine as well. Just pop some nice relaxing music on in the background again. We've got to get in the nice chilled out vibe. Hello, hello everybody that's joining us. Right then, so the first thing we're going to do is just make sure that little ones are all right for us to do a massage with them and get a little bit of permission from them. Sometimes you'll find that they're a little bit twisty and they're not quite into it just yet. That's fine, you can maybe just leave it another minute and then have another little go. So the way we would tend to do it is lots and lots of eye contact. So looking at little one, nice big smile, and ask them if they like a massage. So would you like a massage? Obviously Zen's always got a lovely smile on his face, but read your baby's cues to see whether or not they're ready to join in with you. If they are, we're going to start off with a nice hands-on hug. This is where we rub from the top of their head all the way down to their feet. So all the way down, right down at their feet. And it's just getting them ready and prepped for that gorgeous touch that you have with little ones. Absolutely love doing massage with little ones. It's gorgeous to see all the mums and babies looking at each other. All that love. So nice. Alright, and then we'll work on the feet. One of the favourite bits I find in massage classes. It really relaxes little ones, and what I often find is that if you do a foot massage first before introducing another part of the body, this generally relaxes them into it before you then move on to another area. So we're going to start off with one of the feet. Now it doesn't matter which one you start off with, but we're just going to work through one at a time. Get a little bit of oil or moisturiser or anything that you have at hand. If not, just make sure your hands are nice and warm. And we're just going to start off with a little knead. Now all that is a little squeeze. Okay, so if you were kneading bread, it would just be a little push and back, push and back. And it's the same with your hand on their foot. So a little squeeze and release. So all the while you can be still reading little one's cues, see if they're enjoying it. Have they got a big smile on their face? Are they chilled out? And we'll get into everybody and see more people popping on and watching. Hello, I can see my mum's on there too. Hello mum. Right, we're then going to move on to a little rub across the top of their feet. So this one is really nice if you've got the oil on your hands. Sometimes if you've got dry hands, it doesn't feel as nice as if you've got oil. So you could maybe try it now and then at a later date, try it with the oil. But we're just going to slide across the top of their foot and back. Sliding forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards. Just gently across their foot. Perfect, I bet they're all enjoying this. And then we're going to move on to the bottom of their foot. And what we're going to do for this one is a little bit of a thumb action. So thumb over thumb, so rubbing from the top down to the bottom, just one thumb and then the other. I'm going to tilt the little one's foot for this. You obviously don't need to tilt the doll like this, just so I can show you. So your baby won't go into this position. But just thumb over thumb all the way down. And there we go, so your little ones are enjoying it at home. Probably haven't got your hands free now to actually send a message. Feel free if they are enjoying it. Send any photos and things afterwards. feel free to tag Kalma Baby HQ in them, or Kalma Baby East Durham and Hartlepool. That would be lovely to see. So the pressure you need on this one is quite a gentle pressure. However, if you do it too light, you might find that little one is a bit tickly, so they might be trying to move their foot away from you. If that's the case, because I know some have quite tickly feet, just increase that pressure ever so slightly and see whether that improves. So it's just gently across the bottom of their foot. My music seems to have gone to pop, by the way. There we go. It's gone back. Nice and chilled again. And then we're going to do the same, but on the top of their foot as well. So just from the ankle all the way down to their toes. Oh, lovely. We've even got bigger babies enjoying massage. That's gorgeous. I think they're probably all worn out after all of the lovely yoga we've had this morning. So all the way down. You might find if your baby had quite a tickly foot underneath that this one is a bit more soothing for them. And I always say to people that come to class, you'll find your own routine with little one. You'll be able to find out exactly what they like and what they enjoy from having a little bit of a practice at home. And see, you can create your own routine at the end. Hi Diane, I've just seen you pop in. Hope you're all okay. Alright, we're then going to go back to the bottom of the foot, so the sole of the foot for this one. And we're going to do a little bit of reflexology, just very, very simple. So as baby's foot is quite small, what we're going to do is just lots of little thumb presses all around their foot. And reflexology, it's linked to activating different parts of the body. So as you press a different part of the foot, it activates different areas of the body, which is really fascinating stuff. But obviously your little one only has quite a small foot. So as you're pressing, you're going to be activating quite a lot in their body at the same time. So just gentle presses around should give them quite an energizing boost. And then we're going to focus on one area of the foot. Now I said before that reflux and colic are major things in classes, and that lots of mums keep talking about with me. So you were going to kind of look at the digestive system for this one. So across the arch of the foot, we're just going to put our finger. What I find then, it's quite easy and quite comfortable to grip the other side of little one's foot and just hold your finger there. So have a look, see if baby's enjoying this one. Hopefully they're all nice and chilled out for you at home. So this is linked to the digestive system and can soothe any little aches and pains that they might have in their tummy, in their bowel. Might even release a bit of wind. I have had that in classes before. And then relax. Okay, the next part we're going to do, which is what I would love if I was getting a foot massage, is tickling those toes. So we're going to have a little roll. So just between your finger and your thumb, we're just going to roll each toe. So just rolling each one nice and slowly. All the way down. And of course, it wouldn't be Kalma Baby without a nice little song or a little rhyme. So we're going to do this little piggy. So we'll start off with the big one. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed at home. This little piggy had roast beef and this little piggy had none. And this little piggy cried, wee 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 wee, all the way home. Now some of you in class might have jam and bread instead of roast beef. Let me know if you have jam and bread for your piggies or if yours is roast beef. I've always done roast beef, but then some people look at me a bit strange when I do that one. So let me know if you've got that or any other different variations as well. Right, see if little one's still enjoying this. Usually with the foot massage they are. You'll be able to tell because they'll either be nice and chilled out, they might be making lots of those cooing and gurgling noises, which is gorgeous as well. And you'll generally know whether or not they're enjoying it or whether they're screaming. Hopefully they're enjoying this today. Right, so after we've done toes, we're going to move on to the whole foot and we're going to do a milking action. So for this one, it's hand over hand. So we're just focusing on the foot and we're just going to go hand over hand. Feel free to add a little bit more oil at this point if it's all soaked into skin. relaxing one to do. Roast beef, yeah, definitely roast beef, that's what I thought too. So hand over hand for the full foot. Excellent. So this should be nice and chilled out. Loving this foot massage. Alright, the next part we're going to move on to is the ankle. So what we're going to do for this is just using one finger or two if it's easier. But I know they've got quite small ankles at this age. We're just going to do some little circles all the way around. So that crease of the ankle, round and round. Oh, I'm glad other people have got roast beef just like me. And then we're going to flex that ankle forwards and backwards. Now my doll doesn't actually do this, his ankles don't really move, but just flexing so that the ankle is going forwards and backwards, having a little bit of a stretch out after all of that movement. So forwards and backwards. So by now you should have a super chilled out baby. And we're going to move on to the other foot, okay, so they're going to be really chilled out by the end of this one. So all the way back to the beginning. You might need a little bit more oil unless your hands have still got plenty on, or moisturiser, whatever you're using. Just get some more on the other foot, and then we're going to start off with the little kneading again. So that is the squeeze and release. So you can do this with just one hand if that's easier, or you can change hands. Whatever you get into with your little rhythm, that's what works best with massage. So we've got some smiley babies there. Just keep checking the whole time when you do a massage as to whether they're enjoying it. Sometimes with any kind of interaction that you've got with little ones, sometimes they need a little extra cuddle, or sometimes they need a little bit of milk. All depends on little one, and they've all got different timings and different routines. So it's very much baby led for this one. Alright, so after you've done that kneading, little one is really good with having you touching that other foot, and you know it's comfy. We'll start with the rub across the top of the foot as well. So just a gentle rub all the way across, back and forward. And like I said, if you haven't got any oil with you today, you might find it's a little bit drier on your skin. But again, it's something you can get at a later date. It's not really necessary for every session if you can't get out to the shops to get it. Backwards and forwards. Those with older babies, I hope that they're still lying still for you. Nice and relaxed. We're then going to move on to the bottom of the foot. Again, I'll just twist Zen's foot so you can see. But obviously you won't do this with babies at home. So starting off from the toe all the way down to the bottom of the foot, just thumb over thumb. So rubbing all the way up and down. And again, if you've just joined us in the past couple of minutes, if little ones have a tickly foot, they might start and pull away from you, or try and kick your hand away. They might be moving all over the place. Just adjust that pressure to find the best way for you, and to see what they're enjoying the most. A lot about massage is just learning about what your baby loves. And I think that's the lovely thing about it. You can create your own routine. It's just personalised for you and your baby. So a lot of people ask about when the best time is to do a massage as well. I've found with Isabella that it was nice to do it after a bath. Usually after she'd already had some milk. I think there's nothing worse than trying to do massage on a baby that's really screaming for some milk. They're not going to enjoy it. You're not going to enjoy it, and it's not going to be the nice bonding experience that you want. So usually if they've just had some food, they often want to go to sleep if they've just had the milk. And if they're just wanting ready for food, they're not going to really enjoy it. So it's that kind of in-between time. Again, they've all got different routines, so you'll know when's best to try this with little one. And again, try it over the next few days and see when works best for you. Right, we'll move on to the top of the foot again. So again, thumb over thumb, except this time working from the ankle down towards the toes. nice and slow all the way down. And then we're going to move on to the sole of the foot again. So back to the reflexology, where we're pressing our thumb, all over the sole of their foot. Just little dots all over. Again, with this you'll find that they might have certain parts of the foot that they're a little bit more tickly with, and some that they enjoy. It's a great way to learn what your baby wants. And then we're going to put our finger in the arch of the foot, and we're just going to hold it there. So yeah, listen out for any wind that might be escaping at this point. And then release. And we'll move on to rolling each toe. So we'll have a little roll first, starting with the big toe, so just in between finger and thumb, rolling each toe. I think this is one of the cutest parts of massage because you get to look at the gorgeous little toes. Baby's toes are just so cute. I'm sure you'll all agree with me on that one. And then we'll go back, definitely doing roast beef this time. Alright, so this little piggy went to market, this little piggy stayed at home, this little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy had none, and this little piggy cried wee 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 all the way home. Gorgeous. Love those little toes. Right, then we're going to move on to the milking action again. So hand over hand on the whole of the foot. Now again, at this point on the other foot, if you needed extra oil, you might find again that you'd like a little bit more. Use as much or as little as you'd like. So just hand over hand, rubbing that whole foot. And again, just check in with the little ones having fun. I bet you've all got those gorgeous gurgling noises that the little ones make at home. Hand over hand. And then we're going to move on to the ankle. So we're going to go round and round that ankle again in tiny little circles. All the way around and back around the other side. And then flexing that ankle forwards and backwards. Again, this doll doesn't do that, so it is just with their foot moving backwards and forwards, getting a little bit of movement through the ankle. Alright then, they should be super chilled out now. Who have we got here? Oh, flat out napping Sophie. It's just the wrong time. You'll have to watch this again later and join in, maybe later on this afternoon. Right, so we've got some lovely soft feet there now and a chilled out baby. Okay, some of them even asleep. Alright, so we're going to move on to a bit on the belly. Okay, now this one is really useful for if your baby is suffering from reflux or colic. So with reflux, I think the best thing is just to try and find out your own way of going about it. I think the amount of different opinions and views and things that have worked for some mums and not worked for others is crazy in classes. Best thing is to just keep going to your GP, finding out if there's any extra things you can try. But this is a really good way of soothing little ones. So obviously with reflux, after they've had some milk, it can be silent or they can actually be sick quite a bit. And I know that does end up hurting their throats quite a bit and they can be quite in discomfort really. So the massage in this respect is a nice soothing aspect to it. It calms you down, it calms them down and just creates a bit of a calmer environment than when they were screaming a few minutes before. Every baby is different. Sometimes the reflux lasts a few weeks, sometimes it lasts a lot longer, and again it can vary for how long after the bottle. It's very different, so this is something you can try and see whether it works. It's another thing for you to give a go. With colic, a lot of wind and constipation in little ones, so all of these belly routines that we're going to do now are really good at getting any of that wind out. So you might find at the minute the babies are quite quiet, but in a few minutes time you might hear a few little humps and you might have some full nappies to change as well. I know there was, I always say this story, but not long ago, a mum with twins in my class, and every week they would both fill the nappies when it came to the belly time, sometimes the feet as well. So I think the little digestive system parts on the reflexology were really working for them. So it is normal if they feel the nappy, and if they don't, that's perfectly fine as well. They're all very different, so don't be alarmed if you start hearing a little bit of wind coming out. So we'll start off again by putting a little bit more oil or moisturiser or anything you've got, or if not, warm your hands up and just rest them onto little one's tummy. So again, this is good if they don't have their clothes on for this, or it can be done clothed as well. I know some babies don't like getting naked, so again, just work with them. So you'll be able to see whether they're enjoying that first of all. We're then going to start off with just a little circular motion to get them used to a bit of rubbing on their bellies. So we always go in a clockwise direction because that is the direction of the bowel. Any bowel movements will be going this way. So we're trying to encourage anything that could be stuck in there, any trapped wind, to come out. So we're just going to go round and round. So the pressure of this should be a relaxed hand, and it should just be gently going round and round. Obviously, if little one does have quite a bit of wind, if you're pushing too hard, they might start to wriggle around a little bit. They might be a little bit more unsettled than they were with the feet. So again, just go with their cues and see what works best for them. So we're just going round and round. My music's still gone. Apologies about the music, everybody. I was going to get you all chilled out. It's got my voice instead. We're then going to do a little colic routine. So this is just a short version. If you came to classes, generally we'd do a full routine on the tummy, so there's lots more things to show you, and I'm just focusing a little bit today on colic specifically. So we're going to start off with a water wheel. So that is where we're just going to go hand over hand from just below the rib cage to down over their tummies. So just hand over hand, as one leaves, the other one comes down, so there's always that pressure somewhere on their tummy. And it's a nice little kind of rub stroke all the way down their tummies. Right, then after we've done that a few times, see whether or not they're enjoying it. Keep going if they are. Obviously this is just to show you, but if you were trying this at home, you could keep going with this for a minute or two. We're then going to take their legs, so take that, rub all the way down their legs, and we're going to hold the fleshy parts of their legs and do a little tummy press. Okay, now again, just work to little one's resistance. If they are full of wind, they might want to lock their legs and stop you from pushing in. Give their legs a little wobble if that's the case, and we're just trying to do a gentle push in. So hold them for a few seconds. This is where you might find a little bit of wind, and then release. Okay. Then we're going to move on to another movement called the sun and moon. So this one, sometimes parents find it's a bit like when you pat your head and rub your tummy, because your hands have got to do two separate things. All right. So your left hand, that is going to do the clockwise direction. That's going to be the sun. So that's going to go all the way around little one's belly buttons. So I'll let you try that one first. So that is our sun. It's our full circle. Then your right hand's going to come in. So as your left hand moves down, your right hand is going to come and do a crescent moon, looking at baby on the right hand side of their tummy. So it's their left if they're lying down, but as you're looking down, I find it easier, your right hand is going to move down the right. So it'll be a circle from your left and then your right. And then as you start doing it, the movement should be fluid. So it's just non-stop from that circle and then the moon, so your sun and moon. If you're really not getting this because your hands can't do what your mind's telling it to do, sometimes if you're a bit sleep deprived, this can happen. What I have said to some parents before is if you're doing the top part of the circle with one hand and the bottom with the other, as long as you're creating that nice circle with both hands and it's encouraging the digestive system to be working. So again, see if they're enjoying this one. This one is quite a nice soothing technique. I often find that babies enjoy this one. Keep it going at home. And then we can also introduce another tummy press. And there we go, and then relax. So there's two little massages that you can do on the tummy. The water wheel, then the tummy press, sun and moon, and then the tummy press. And that is like a little mini colic routine for you. Really good for if they've got any wind. So we'll go through that again one more time. And if you were doing this at home, you could maybe just focus on that routine just before bed or throughout the day, in fact, and just the more regularly you do it, the more effect it'll have. So we'll start off again with that water wheel. So I'll just hand over hand all the way down. So yeah, even if you're joining in with us later, because I know a lot of people will be joining in with us later on, feel free to comment later whether or not your little one is releasing any wind, whether they're enjoying it, which has been their favourite massage technique as well. They'll all have their own favourites. So just hand over hand and then down into that tummy press. So holding little one's legs in. The more they get used to doing this, the more flexible they'll become, and the more likely they are to relax and get the wind or anything out of their tummies. And back down. So we'll move back onto the sun and moon. So again, left hand going round and round like the sun, and then bring in that right hand in as well. So again, the more confident you get with this, the more your hands will just find it easy to do. I know when my little girl was small, she used to struggle going to the toilet quite a bit, so we used to try and do a lot of massage on her tummy, just to try and give her a little bit of comfort each day. So this might just get a little bit of relief for some of you. And then we'll do a little tummy press again. Fantastic, we'll do that one more time, but again at home feel free to do this for as long as you like. And then hand over hand. So back to our water wheel. And then a little tummy press in. Look at those little ones, gorgeous smiley faces. I'm sure they've got lots of smiles for you after them lovely massages you're doing. And then back down for our sun and moon. This is definitely making me very chilled out as well after our lively yoga day. I'm sure you'll probably find as you're massaging little ones as well. Obviously mine's just a doll, it's not actually doing anything, but that interaction that you're getting with little one, it'll definitely boost all of your happy emotions and things like that as well, which will be gorgeous. So it's definitely a lovely bonding experience for you and little one. And then we'll finish off with a little tummy press again. Fab. Okay, we can do one more hands on hug to say thank you for that gorgeous massage. Yeah. Excellent. Right, now we are coming to the end. I'm hoping that my music's going to work for this one. I'm just going to test it before I actually do it. I don't want to build you up for something lovely for it to not work. Yeah, it's going to work now after all of that. We're going to finish off with our lovely piece of music that we actually do at the end of every massage session and the end of every yoga one. So you might have already heard this today, but it is definitely one of our favourites. Sometimes babies suffer from a little bit of sleeplessness, so you're probably a mum at home that's thinking, why won't my baby sleep? This is a nice little way to try getting little ones to sleep. It's worked quite a lot of times in class. Sometimes it hasn't, if a little baby has started to cry and then it kind of goes around the circle. So you might find at home, with it being a nice relaxing space for you, that this works. Again, go with the flow with little one and see what happens really. So you're going to lie down onto the floor with them. Little ones are going to be turned onto their side slightly, and you're going to lie down so that your hand is above little one's head. The reason for this is if they do fall asleep, you can make a swift exit and escape. Alright? What you're then going to do is take your free hand and just keep doing a figure of 8 on their back. Okay, so like that, figure of 8, round and round. And it's a lovely chance for you to have some more eye contact with little one, lots of kisses obviously and cuddles, and it should help them drift off to sleep. Okay, so I'm going to put the music on. Feel free to lie like that and enjoy the nice music at the end. However, if you do just want to give them a little bit of a cuddle, then that's fine too. I have found that if mums are breastfeeding, sometimes that position tricks little ones into thinking they're getting some milk. So it's up to you whether you want to lie like that or whether you want to have a little cuddle. So I'll put the music on and let's just have a few minutes peace at the end, just to relax and enjoy those little ones of yours. hope that your babies are nice and relaxed. I hope that you are too. And I was having that lovely cuddle there, just imagining all those lovely cuddles you're getting at home, which is gorgeous. That's what it's all about. So don't worry if they haven't enjoyed every single part of that massage, or if you missed a little bit or come in a little bit later on, or they've been asleep. Feel free to use that at home later, so it'll be added to all of our pages and on the YouTube channel and on Kalma Baby HQ as well, so you can join in a little bit later on if this hasn't been the best time for you. Thank you all. It's been gorgeous spending half an hour or so with you today. And if you're wanting a little bit more, obviously there's so many different parts of the body that I can show you techniques for, so much more still for the belly as well. So if you're wanting to join in with more sessions, I've got my sessions on the website now, and I know lots of other franchisees have as well. So I'll be doing some baby massage sessions from next Tuesday virtually. Feel free to join in. So mine are kalmababy.co.uk/Hartlepool, but if you go onto the Kalma Baby site, the main one, you'll be able to find who's closest for you and who you'd like to join in with as well. I'd love to see more of your faces on the screen too. Thanks so much for your comments. Feel free to write some more little things as well there. Oh, thank you so much. And if you're enjoying this later on, I hope you've enjoyed it too as well. So enjoy that lovely sunshine that's outside. Have a gorgeous Easter and stay safe everybody as well. See you soon. Bye bye.